Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spread Zone, the only podcast dedicated to making you, our loyal, our faithful listeners, some serious cash. I'm Riz alongside the best in the business, Anthony Stalter. Not this week, the best in the business. He's here, Tim McKernan. And as always, the show is brought to you by our great partners at FanDuel. Build your bankroll right alongside us by using the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Get the best odds, great promos, and live bet as the action unfolds. I'm kidding, Tim. You're one of the best in the business.
No, I'm not, Riz. I'm wearing it today. A 1-6 performance last week.
Man. So as always, segment 1 is the recap. Now, I listened last week. I wasn't here last week. I was on vacation. You guys were murdering me last week.
Oh, maybe this is karmic justice then.
What were we murdering you about?
For me not doing well. Yet again.
No.
And then I come
My
out
kids
and
were
I
in
go
the car
1-6.
listening to that.
Yeah, we need to apologize to Riz's children.
So what happened is Tim and I talk, and then it goes into Riz's brain, and it goes throughout his childhood, and then he starts to
Make up things,
and then it comes out that we were ripping him. We have never ripped
I
you on
know.
the spot.
We're all buddies.
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
Plus,
though.
we all stink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but Anthony, you're 53-50 on the year after going 4-3 last week. Riz, I feel like you've been on a pretty good streak here of
consistently not over 500.
You did go 2-5 the previous week, but you haven't had. There's been a lot of 4-3s and 3-4s on this podcast, but I have 2 1-6s on the year, and
What did
this
you
is my
get
second.
wrong last week?
Everything that wasn't my lock.
You have been good on the locks.
I'm 9-4 on my locks, and I do take pride in that. But even that was a bad thought process. It was BYU who didn't really need to win. They were in the Big 12 championship game anyway. So it was a flawed play that I won on. They
Did
covered.
you see that game too?
It was a backdoor cover. It was a backdoor cover with a late field goal.
UCF was up 14-0 early.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, no.
Yes.
And fortunately, UCF played like UCF the rest of the way. But yeah, I was sweating for you.
It could have been an 0-7. At 0-7, I mean, at that point, you got to be relegated.
Did you get your lock, Anthony?
No, I'm the opposite. I usually do well until the lock. My lock was Michigan, who was kind of reverse of Tim. They started very well. They had the pick. Once they didn't get a touchdown off the pick, I thought, this isn't good.
And that's exactly
when it was 6-0 instead of potentially 10-0. I didn't feel great.
I was making the observation that I think I said this on the podcast too, that when you have something as obscure as the Mississippi State Ole Miss under at 62.5, I'm
Which
like,
I sweat out, by the way. That was close.
At the half, it looked like it wouldn't hit, but then you got it.
Yeah, then I got it.
And I'm like, Riz has to have something on that because that's too random. And then sure enough, you hit, you got home.
Yeah, but I sweat that one out, though.
Well, you got home. Bottom line is you got home. I mean, I had Notre Dame minus 32.5. They're up 42-3 against Stanford. They wind up not covering. Mississippi State, they didn't cover against Ole Miss. Arkansas, Missouri over 57.5. That didn't cover. I took the Eagles minus 7 against the Bears. They didn't even win. Colts, Texans over 44.5 and Seahawks, Vikings over 41.5. All losers.
And some of those, unfortunately, not close.
Not even sweat.
I mean, Minnesota didn't even score.
Oh, it's brutal. You boys went 4-3. Anthony, 53-50 on the year. You are 6-7 on your locks. Riz, you went 4-3, 41-56 on the year for 42% against the spread. You won your lock with Mississippi State Ole Miss under. You're 7-7 on your locks. And I now fall below 500 for the first time on the year, and that hurts. 48-51 on the year after the disaster, 1-6, but I am 9-4 on my locks at 69%, so I'll hold on to that.
Here's what I knew. It was Lane Kiffin's final game with Ole Miss, so that's why.
That's why you went under.
No, I have no idea.
I was trying to follow the process.
No, all right, listen, we're going to take our first break. We come back, we're going to dive headfirst into championship week. That's right. The college football conference title games are here. We're going to each make 3 picks, hopefully win everybody some money. And while you wait for us to come back, open up that big, beautiful blue FanDuel app and get the lines ready. We'll be back on the Spread Zone presented by FanDuel. All right, we're back on the Spread Zone presented by FanDuel. It's time to make some money on the college slate. Week 15 championship week is on deck. We'll make our 3 picks. and, of course, all the odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, so we'll start with Anthony. You first. Your first college football pick for this week.
I'm going to go to the game that will decide which group of 5 team represents said group of 5. Give me the over 66.5 in the North Texas and Tulane game. Read off some stats, as I'm apt to do. The North Texas Mean Green. Defense usually optional, Tim, when they play. They scored 52, 56, 53 their last 3 games. So they have scored at least 52 points in their last 3 games. You expand that out a little further, they've scored at least 53 points in 5 of their last 6 games. Their defense, though, is atrocious. Tulane beat Charlotte 27-0 last week, but that was kind of a low-scoring game for them. Otherwise, they're in the high 30s, 37, 35, 38 typically. I think this one is an absolute shootout between these 2 American Athletic Conference teams. So give me the over 66.5 on Friday night in that North Texas Tulane game.
Anthony, usually you have to sign an NDA to look at this spreadsheet, but since I went 1-6 last week, I'll share it. It's right there.
You're on it.
Tulane,
too, huh?
North Texas, over 66.5. Is it possible that we're going to have a 3 for 3? Are you going to be on it?
Well, guys, get ready because I'm looking at the ACC championship game.
Oh, sure.
No, I'm not on that game.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm not on that game. I am. I'm laying the points with the favorites. Give me Virginia -3.5 against Duke. UVA is 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games. These teams just played in mid-November, and Virginia won handily. 34-17, despite being a road dog in that game. Duke has been shaky down the stretch, going 3-3 straight up, and I think the Cavaliers handle business in Charlotte. Give me Virginia -3.5.
I'm on that as well.
Make it 3 for 3.
Oh, we have the rare 3 for 3.
Yeah, make it 3 for 3.
I think this is only the second time in the show's history that we have that, and I believe the only other time involved Virginia as well with Louisville.
Oh, that's right, and they got us too.
So we're 0-1. We go 3 for 3.
We're on the right side.
Yeah.
I think my reasoning is solid, by the way, with why I'm going with Virginia.
Well, they win, and they're in the college football playoff. They're out, and the ACC most likely is not in the college football playoff unless Miami would pass Notre Dame. So it certainly stands to reason. What I could see happening is Virginia winning by less than 2.5, and the ACC still gets in there. Because I feel like everybody and their brother is going to be taking Virginia. I'm hesitant to do it, but they're playing for something Duke's not.
At this time of year, though, I typically like to fade the public as well. I agree that the public is going to be all over Virginia in this one, but I'm looking at things. You had mentioned it. They won 34-17. It wasn't even that close.
Yeah,
because Virginia was up, I think 30-3 going into the fourth quarter
on the road too.
On the road, or maybe it was 31. They were a 5.5 point dog. That line kind of weirds me out too. But I'm just going to take the better team. Now, I would recommend. I mean, for purposes of our podcast, we're taking the 3 and we're laying the 3.5.
I'm laying 3.5.
I would recommend to our listeners.
3.5.
Yes.
I got it at 2. Okay. Wow, it's moved up substantially.
Yeah, 3.5.
I got to note that 3.5.
But I would recommend to buy the hook. You know, get it down to 3 for yourself. It's a key number. You're going to spend a little bit more on juice, but I do recommend that.
I think that's good counsel.
All right, so you guys got 2 picks already, so I got to make my second pick.
Yep.
Yes.
Heavyweight fight in the Big Ten. Ohio State -4.5 against Indiana. Both teams have been top of the rankings for weeks, but the odds makers are telling us something here. The Buckeyes are favored on a neutral field for a reason. Their defense has held every opponent to 16 points or fewer this season, while Indiana has been a great story. Their offense struggled to move the ball against Oregon, and I think they're running into a similar wall here against the Buckeyes' talent. I will lay the points, 4.5, Ohio State against Indiana.
Got a little something on that game later.
I'm smelling a lock of something.
Yeah. Texas Tech -12.5, boys.
Wow.
BYU
Wow.
could not handle Texas Tech's defensive front when these two teams played each other about a month ago. And I don't see how things are going to be different this time around. I kind of liked BYU in that first game. Texas Tech won handily, 29-7. They consistently have covered the spread this season. They're 11-1 straight up, and they are 10-2 against the spread this year. They're a wagon. And I'm going to hitch myself to them. I don't care that BYU has another opportunity against them. I don't care that BYU has an opportunity to punch their ticket into the college football playoff. It is all about the line of scrimmage for me, and I don't think BYU moves the ball. So laying it 12.5.
3 turnovers in that game for BYU, and Texas Tech was able to take advantage. I am going to the SEC championship game. Very coincidental, and I say that with air quotes around it, that the committee moved Alabama up ahead of Notre Dame in order to make sure that there is some cushion so the SEC championship game couldn't cost Alabama an appearance in the college football playoff. I'm going to say that Roll Tide gets it done against Georgia. I'll take the 2.5 points and take Roll Tide against the Bulldogs in the SEC championship.
And I will be taking Western Michigan.
Oh, the MAC championship.
The MAC championship.
When you go obscure, you hit. When you go obscure,
MAC championship, Western Michigan giving 1.5 points against Miami of Ohio. The Miami, Ohio.
What's that number again, Rick?
The Redhawks.
Oh, the Redhawks.
11.5, is that what you said?
1.5.
1.5, I'm sorry.
1.5. So Miami won the regular season meeting, but that, of course, was with their number one quarterback, let's say it all together, DeQuan Finn. That's right, guys.
Yeah. I want to step on you.
He was a Toledo transfer.
He's gone now, and the dynamic has changed, and Western Michigan is 3-1 against the spread when favored by a touchdown or less. So give me the Western Michigan Broncos getting their revenge in the rematch and cover the short number 1.5.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Western Michigan.
Ole Miss. What are we thinking about the?
Well, the committee moved him up.
The news from
The committee moved him up
a ranking, right?
Will they be able to overcome no Lane Kiffin as far as the odds of them winning the national championship? Per FanDuel, Riz, Ole Miss's odds have dropped since Lane Kiffin left. They are now plus 2,500, which is 8th, even though their ranking is better than 8th. They are behind Alabama, who's plus 1,400.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's quite a little spot. Because Ole Miss will not have Lane Kiffin, but they will have their offensive coordinator who is now on Lane Kiffin's staff at LSU, but he's going to coach for Ole Miss in the college football playoff.
And they are allowing that, huh?
They are allowing that.
Wow.
Charlie Weiss Jr.
All right. Excellent stuff, fellas. All right, that's a wrap on college football. When we come back, we're on to the pros. NFL Week 14. We've each got our 3 picks and our FanDuel locks of the week. It's the Spread Zone. Stay there. All right, we're back on the Spread Zone, brought to you by FanDuel. Time for the big boys, NFL Week 14. Let's get right to it. We'll start with Anthony Stalter, your first NFL pick.
Everybody and their brother is going to be on the Cowboys this Thursday night when they're in Detroit because the Cowboys beat the Eagles and they beat the Chiefs and everybody was watching it on Thanksgiving. Lions, of course, they're going to fade because the Packers beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. Again, everybody's tuned in for it. Give me the Lions -3. I don't see them losing. What would this be? 3 in a row for the Lions now, or is it 4 in a row? That's on the. Oh, that's right. They beat the Giants barely. Never mind. Look. Dallas has been excellent at home this year, but they were down 21-0 against the Eagles before roaring back. I thought the Chiefs outplayed the Cowboys for most of that game. Cowboys came roaring back. Different team on the road this year. Dallas has road losses to the Panthers. They have road losses to the Jets, or not the Jets, excuse me. They have a road loss to the Bears, 31-14, where they weren't competitive. I don't think this is the same team. 44-24 to Denver, and Denver's not blowing out anybody, but they certainly blew out Dallas. I'm going to lay the points with Detroit, even with the Amon-Ra St. Brown injury. I just can't see the Lions losing another home game.
I'm on that game. I'm going on what I imagine everybody and their brother will be on is the over 54.5.
Makes sense.
I'm going to take the over on that game. It strikes me as so obvious. We got a few of those this week. Cowboys Lions over is 54.5.
All right, my first pick. I'm on a team that's rolling right now. Give me the Denver Broncos -7.5 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Broncos are on a 9-game winning streak. Their longest in over a decade. Meanwhile, the Raiders are in free fall, losing 6 straight. Vegas just fired their offensive coordinator and put up a measly 156 yards last week. The CBS Sports model simulates this game 10,000 times and has Denver winning by double digits. I'm riding the hot hand. Give me the Denver Broncos -7.5 against the Raiders.
All right.
Anthony.
I'm going to the big AFC North matchup between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I don't know why the Ravens are laying 5.5 points to anybody. The Ravens have not played well at all, save for the Thursday night football game when they went to Miami a couple of weeks ago. They haven't looked good. They got thoroughly outplayed by Cincinnati last week.
What's going on with Lamar, Anthony?
Lamar don't look good. The legs aren't there for him, so I think he's still battling maybe the hamstring injury. I think he's got hamstring, shoulder, he's got everything, right? The Jets hung with the Ravens. The Browns hung with the Ravens. I mean, both of those games, not only did the Ravens cover, at various points in the game, you thought, okay, could the Ravens lose this? 3-loss ATS streak. I'm not a big fan of Pittsburgh, but I am a big fan of Mike Tomlin being an underdog. And this series, typically 23-20 games. I mean, they're field goals either way. So give me Pittsburgh plus 5.5.
I do like that play. And a bounce back this week for the Steelers after the critical comments of Aaron Rodgers on Sunday. I like that play.
Thank you.
I am going to go on the over of the Colts and Jaguars at 47.5. I think you're going to see a lot of offense, and that'll be a sweat-free over. Colts, Jaguars, over 47.5.
We got an AFC East clash on Sunday. We have the Jets and we have the Dolphins in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Now, Tua is 0-7 in his career when the temperature is 40 degrees or less.
Ooh, look at this.
It's going to be a little cold in Jersey on Sunday, and the Jets have covered in 4 of their last 5 games. And being at home gives them the edge here against Miami, a team that's leaving the Florida sun. So give me the Jets +3 at home against the Miami Dolphins.
I thought about it. I did. I thought about the Jets. Same reasoning. Tua on the road, bad weather, all that.
Yep.
Jets got a little momentum after beating the Falcons last week.
Right.
So, yeah, I like it, Riz. What I did do, though, was this one I'm sure a lot of people are going to be on. This one doesn't make sense. This seems like free money. You should go the other way. Why are the Bears getting 6.5?
How about that?
In Green Bay? This one doesn't make any sense to me. The Bears have played very well. It's one of those deals where I think odds makers just they're refusing to adjust the line on the Bears.
They can't believe it's for real.
Yeah, so they're just going to continue.
They're giving them
6.5
in Green Bay.
In Green Bay. They got
a Bears team that's on fire.
They got 7.5 last week, Tim, as you know. You were on the other side of that. And the Bears thoroughly beat them. Give me the 6.5 with the Bears. Green Bay, let's remember here. Green Bay did not cover against the Giants, did not cover against the Eagles, did not cover against the Panthers, a game they lost outright as a double-digit favorite, did not cover against the Cardinals, did not cover against the Bengals, did not cover against the Cowboys, did not cover against the Browns. They have not covered big numbers this season. So give me the Bears plus 6.5. Not that that's a big number, but
hey,
big enough.
That's big enough. I am going to go with an under, playing the long game on the conditions in Buffalo in December, and the Buffalo Bills and Bengals. I will go under 52.5. That is a big number. I will take the Bills, Bengals under 52.5.
You're Timmy total today.
I'm going Timmy total. I'm trying to do something after that disaster last week.
All right, for my final pick, I asked you guys this question a couple weeks ago. Who has the best spread record in the NFL?
And we answered.
And you answered incorrectly.
Wrong. We said I think I said the Colts.
But I gave you the answer.
You did, and my memory
comprehension
is now
the best spread record in the league at 9-3.
Seahawks
is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
So I'm laying the points with a defense that is playing its lights out. Give me the Seattle Seahawks -7.5 against the Atlanta Falcons.
Who cannot win a game.
Seattle is the best spread record in the league. Defense just forced 5 turnovers in a shutout win against the Vikings. Kirk Cousins and the Falcons are going to have a nightmare day against this unit. So I think Seattle wins this one pretty comfortably.
I can support you here even more if you'd like. Last year, these two teams met in Atlanta, same spot. Seahawks 34, Atlanta 14. Kirk Cousins terrible in that game. That was a game, too, by Geno Smith. Geno Smith played in that game. Wow. So you're going to be just fine.
Well, that's a nice play.
All right, so we made our NFL picks. It's time for our FanDuel locks of the week, our most confident picks. Let's start with you, Anthony.
All right, I had teased this before. You are on Ohio State, correct?
Yes.
In the Big Ten championship game. I love this play. Of course, my computer is not working right now, so I can't list off all the scores. But in the Big Ten championship game, these games have typically been high scoring. In fact, I think every Big Ten championship game, except for 3, have at least hit 48 points. The total is 47.5. In 3 of those games, Iowa played.
Oh, wow.
So as we know, Iowa, no offense. Those were the games that did not hit at least 48 points. Total's 47.5. Again, these games typically high scoring. If you remember last year, it was Oregon and Penn State, and they had that wild one. Ohio State consistently puts up 30 to 40 points in these Big Ten championship games when they play. Give me the over 47.5 in the Big Ten championship game. I love it.
47.5.
Lock it in.
Over.
Lock it
there
in.
It is. Well, you got controlled conditions, which is rare for Big Ten teams. And I get that there at Lucas Oil.
And I get Ohio State's defense is excellent, but Indiana a year ago, they went on the road to Ohio State. They played way too conservatively. They did not have Mendoza. I think this is going to be a bit of a wild one.
There have been 2 teams that I have talked quite a bit about on this podcast throughout the year. One, our good friends in Starkville, Mississippi.
Yes.
And the other one in Lubbock, Texas. I love Texas Tech. I think they are a great team. I actually think they're dangerous to win the national championship, but they're not a brand that people think about. However,
oh no,
this week, BYU is playing to get into the college football playoff,
Tim.
And I'm getting 12.5 points. I am going to go with the Cougars and maybe the Big 12 officials and take BYU and the 12.5 points. When in doubt, follow the money. BYU plus 12.5. And I hate to go against my Red Raiders. Joey McGuire is going to win the national championship.
You're going against me too.
Well, I mean, it's business.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right, so Tim, you're on the SEC championship game.
I took Roll Tide.
Okay, give me Georgia.
Oh, you.
Wow, we got some lock.
Minus 2.5. I know Georgia has had an Alabama problem.
They definitely have.
Losing the last couple meetings, but the context here is different. Alabama's playing for their playoff lives while Georgia is safely in and playing for seeding. I think the pressure's going to weigh on the Tide. Some of the talking heads are pointing out that if Georgia can just avoid a slow start, which has plagued them in this rivalry, they are the better team across 4 quarters. And I think Kirby Smart finally gets over the hump in Atlanta. Give me the Bulldogs minus 2.5 against Alabama for my FanDuel lock of the week.
Yeah, so Alabama in the game this year in Athens, they were up 24-14 at halftime to go into your slow start thought process here. Alabama was up 21-0 in the first quarter when they played last year.
Yeah.
And then when they beat them 3 years ago, let's see if the box score. I'm not seeing a big box score here, but anyways, yeah, that's good. That's a good call on that.
Yeah, I think if they start strong, I think we got a shot here. So there we go. That's a wrap on this week's Spread Zone. Quick reminder, all our picks are made on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Make sure you download it today and tell us as we build our bankrolls all season long. Is that it, fellas? Anything else?
That's it.
Nope.
Tim McKernan and Anthony Stalter. My name is Riz. It's been the Spread Zone. We'll see you next week. Good luck, and may all your bets be winners. We'll see you.
We provide information about sports betting for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm gambling regulations in your state of residence. To participate in sports gaming, you must be 21 years of age or older and be physically present in a state where sports betting is legal. If you or someone you know has a sports betting or gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org for more information and further assistance.